Hello my friends, welcome back. Another exciting episode, and this of course is the great Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle, that we will look at today. And this is quite an amazing song. It's changed a lot of people's lives, made the connection between father and son so important in life, and basically parents and kids so important in life. So let's get right to it. So if you take a look at the tab on the screen, this is basically what we're going to follow. We're going to start off sort of with a Travis style picking. So we're going to be doing the 5th string, the 4th string, 6th string, and then back to the 4th string. So we're going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's basically going to get us through this introduction. So let's take a look at what we're going to be playing on the melody part of this. We're going to be basically coming out of that A sus chord, the sus2 chord, right? So we only need the 2 middle fingers. We're going to be playing with the 3 fingers, of course, 1, 2, 3. We're going to be playing the 1st finger, 2nd fret, da, 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 da. Notice how the pinky comes in for the 3rd fret, da, 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 da. So not too much movement on the fingers. Da 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 da. Okay, now we put the 2 together. When I look at a new fingerstyle piece of music, I will take a look at the bass in the treble, but really once I get the basics of that down, I'm going to be looking at the vertical of the piece, okay, and how the bass and the treble, when they play together, and sort of look at it in a block style. I think that's helpful. Playing 2 separate lines at the same time would kind of drive me insane. So I'm going to look at that first measure and I'm going to say 0 and 2 together, right? So thumb and 1st finger together, and then thumb and 3rd finger together. Bum, bum, and then the 3rd finger again with the thumb at the top. So we've got bum, 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 and then the 4th beat is sort of a little filler with the thumb and the 1st finger. So we've got bum, 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 bum. So that feel, a vertical feel, beat by beat, keeping the fingers, when do they play together, is a good way to approach fingerstyle. So now when we go to the 2nd measure, we're going to do the same thing. Da, da, da. Same thing with the thumb, right? And same feel with the vertical. Doing that pull off. Okay? And now the 3rd measure again. No movement in the fingers, right? Da, da, da. All we have to do is pick that. We can keep the 2 fingers where they are. Da, da, da. And again the thumb going 5, 4, 6, 4. And then the last measure, we're going to move to a G chord temporarily. Da, da. And then back to the A. Okay? Da, da, da. So this is what we've got. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. And then we can play around with that a little bit. Okay, and that gives you an introduction to the tune. Now, when we play the tune, we've got basically verse and chorus, right? And again, the chord forms are not too bad with this song. We're going to be playing this tune basically with A sus. Most of the tune, I'm really not going to be playing A very often. I'm going to be playing the 2 fingers quite often. Okay, so we've got the A sus. A child arrived just the other day to a basic C chord, okay? And then to a D, came into the world in the usual way, back to the A sus. So we've got pains to catch, bills to pay, he learned to walk while I was away. So basically A, C, D, back to A, and of course using the A sus. And now when we get to the next part of the verse, we're basically going to start on a G chord, and we're going to follow the bass to the F sharp, to the E, and now the next note would be D. It's a low D on the recording. Of course, we don't have D here. So we're going to move the D to the fourth string open, okay? And then we're going to go C, B, back to A. So we're basically going all the way down the scale. G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A. So as far as the chords go, you can play G, you can just play F sharp with open, and then E open. E open basically becomes E minor, right? So that's G, that's E minor. Since we're only really playing a couple of these two strings here, sounds fine, right? And then we hit the D, then we go to a C chord, and we can play a C chord, a B all by itself with open again, which is really the G again, right? And then back to the A. So with chord forms on this, you're only really playing the G, and then the C, and then the A. You don't have to really play any chords around all these bass lines. And so if you do it that way, without worrying about the chords, you're going to have, and he was talking for I knew it, and as he grew, he said, I'm going to be like you, Dad. You know I'm going to be like you. And just repeat the C, B, A for the end of that verse. So now let's take a look at the chorus. We're going to be playing an A, and the Cats in the Cradle. Again, I just like to use the suspended. Gives it a little bit of a clash, which I kind of like. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. Okay, so what have we got? We've got A, G, C, D. Nothing fancy, okay? And then we repeat. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. G, we'll... Now here we've got the descending bass again. We'll get together then, Dad. And again, you can do the descending bass just by playing a C chord, just play a B and leave the rest open, because that is basically a G, right? But if you don't really play that first string, when I'm picking, I'm only really playing thumb, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. I'm not playing too much on 3. So, but if you wanted to, you could go C, B with the D, which is a very common thing to do in folk playing, but not necessary. That sounds... They both are very acceptable. They're both... You're either playing a B or a D on that second string, and they're both in the G chord, which is basically what you're doing here, right? Except you're playing a B for the bass of the G chord instead of a G chord, okay? So that's the song. And then when you finish that, you go back into that introduction. So it sounds like this. We'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. And once you get comfortable with that introduction, you can kind of mix it up a little bit, you know. How you feel it, you know? But that's basically the whole song. So you've got the intro, the verse, and the chorus. And putting it all together should sound something like this. We're going to just take the capo and put it up a couple of frets, get it a little closer to the original key, but basically do exactly what I just showed you. Okay, so we've got this. Child was born just the other day, came into the world in the usual way. But there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. And he was walking for I knew it, and as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know I'll have a good time then. And then on, and you can do the rest of the song, do the rest of the verses. Again, putting a lot of feeling into this tune is what makes it really what it's all about. Classic tune, great tune, and hopefully keep you closer with your loved ones. So, my friends, hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Of course, any questions, comments, love to get the feedback. Any questions about guitar playing or different tunes you'd like to see performed or taught on the channel, I would love to do that. Love to know that people are out there actually listening to what I have to offer. So thanks very much, my friends. I'll see you again next time, and keep on playing that guitar.